At EO1 23:40 a.m., the button meant to save Reactor 4 helped destroy it. Why did an emergency shutdown make a nuclear reactor explode? The shift was led by Anatoly Dyatlov, Deputy Chief Engineer. He was not improvising alone. He was supervising a test inside a rigid Soviet plant hierarchy. The safety test had already been delayed for hours because Kiev's grid needed electricity. By the time operators resumed, the day crew was gone and the reactor had drifted into a dangerous low-power state. Operators could have stopped and reset for another day, but that meant admitting failure on a high-profile test. They knew the reactor was unstable. They did not know the full risk hidden in the RBMK design. At 01:23 a.m., they began the turbine rundown test anyway. It seemed reasonable. Complete the procedure, gather data, and rely on the shutdown system if anything went wrong. Seconds later, steam flow changed, reactivity spiked, and the reactor became harder to control. The very conditions created by the test primed the core for a runaway surge. At GY1, 23:47 a.m., two explosions ripped apart Reactor 4 and blew the building open. Graphite from the core ignited, turning a plant accident into an airborne contamination event. 2 engineers died in the blast. In the weeks after, 237 workers were hospitalized, and 28 responders and staff died within 3 months from acute radiation syndrome. The operators did not know that RBMK's control rods had graphite tips that briefly increased reactivity during a scram. That design flaw turned AZ-5 from a brake into an accelerator under those exact conditions. This was not one bad decision, but a system that normalized rule bending, hid design weaknesses, and rewarded output over caution. 36 hours later, Pripyat's evacuation began. Eventually,